Alright, hey guys! Welcome back to Power Trip. Got a special guest.
Adrian, X out Paul's name and put mine on there. Fuck Paul.
There we go. Paul's on vacation this week. So,
Bastard.
yeah. So we're gonna do a very strange episode of Final Fantasy. Despite Paul's, confidence in himself in this game, we're no match for Earthcave. So,
Don't hit new game.
I'm not. So, in lieu of such, we will be doing a little bit of grinding. I'm gonna go back to Marsh Cave, get the treasures that I missed before, and just kinda level up a little bit. Cause
It's not gonna work. Paul's gonna die.
having only Paul is not gonna be a very, conducive to the game. So, we'll see what happens. Oh, that's right, I took his nunchucks off. God damn.
Oh, that's right. HP's black belt, isn't he?
Yeah. So, it should be a little bit better too with you, because unlike Paul, you have a bit more vast of an RPG.
AKA Paul's a bitch.
He's just not too into RPGs, I guess. He doesn't appreciate...
Paul's into survival horror and eating dick. I don't know what Paul's into,
I
actually.
don't know what the fuck he's into either, other than... Hey,
Pokemon card game for the original Game Boy, or was it Color?
he was Game Boy Color.
That, because he borrows it from you all the fucking time.
That was, and he actually got every single card. I was surprised.
He's got too much time on his hands.
Actually, I think he was missing the one exclusive card you had to get from Card Pop, which was, I think it was Mew, the ancient Mew or whatever.
Oh, the Egyptian Mew.
Yeah, I don't think he ever got that one, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, but he's just not that into RPGs. But I know survival horror is this thing, and fuck it.
I don't know what else he plays.
I really don't either. I bought him
Oh, I know what he plays.
Zelda.
He plays that fucking shitty Marvel game on his fucking phone.
The phone, like, Candy Crush-ish game.
Yeah, that's...
I don't get it either.
Falls into that sort of shit, so...
He was into Trivia Crack, I remember, for the longest time. That shit always cracked me up. I was like, Paul, put that shit down. He'll do it while we were driving. I'm like, Paul, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? When he gets addicted, he gets addicted hard. But it's funny, because I bought him, like, 3D Dot Game Heroes for Christmas one year.
I don't think he's ever played that.
I don't think he has either. And it was awesome.
Probably still shrink wrapped.
Jesus. Which I can't say anything about.
You have El Shaddai still shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
You have...
I buy games and never play them. But that's my problem. It's because I have too many fucking games. I have too many RPGs that take up too much time.
Well, you also have the problem where you go back and play games you've already beaten.
Well, I enjoy them. Magna Carta 2, for example.
This game, how many times have you been through
Oh,
it?
Jesus Christ. I've played and beaten this on every platform imaginable that this came out for. So, I mean, yeah. But yeah, at least you have a wealth of RPG knowledge. You and I play a lot of games together. Like, we played Freedom Wars, which was awesome. Soul Sacrifice was a lot of fun for the Vita.
God Eater for a bit.
I'm thinking of getting that for my PS4.
Get it! Because I am stuck. I can't beat stuff. I can no longer beat it on my own.
Well, that's right. As of this recording, what's the next? Rage Burst?
Comes out the 30th.
Yeah, that's only in a few days here.
Yeah.
So that should be good.
I want that one too.
Yeah, I think because it sucks because I was gonna buy Resurrection for my
just
PS4.
pre-order God Eater 2 and get Resurrection for free.
Well, see, but the problem is if I pre-order it at a store because I want a physical copy,
Yeah.
I don't get it until I get the physical game. I don't get the code until I get the physical. If I order digital, I get the code right away.
Oh.
So it's like, God damn it. I don't want to spend the extra $20 to get, you know, the Resurrection. It drives me crazy. Like, I don't know what to do.
But there is no physical copy of Resurrection.
I know, but I mean of Rage Burst. I don't want digital because I hate digital. I feel like I'll just end up buying the game anyway.
For PS4, it's 60 for Rage Burst 2, no matter, and then for Vita, it's only 40. Well, no, it's 30 for Vita. Because that's
Is
right.
it really?
Because the two of them together is $60, and then on PS4 you get the two of them together for $60.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So, but it's still not a bad price. 2 games for $60.
That is very true.
Two very, very good games.
They
so.
are great. I remember playing the original God Eater for the PSP. That was a lot.
Well, it wasn't. Well, yeah, it was.
Or whatever it was supposed to
It
be.
was. God Eater Burst was the one we got.
That's right, we got God Eater first. What was it? There
There
were
was-
2 separate ones.
There was
right?
God Eater, and then they re-released it with extra content and like an expanded story as God Eater Burst, and then that's the one they brought over here. for us.
Yeah, that's right. That one was really good.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, I was debating on getting it, but it's like I said, I don't want to spend the money twice if I don't have to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I don't know.
I'm surprised they don't give you a code on the receipt.
You'd think so. I would assume so. But pre-orders online, yeah, GameStop. That's kind of strange to me. Like, unless they do, I honestly don't remember.
I would see, because considering Resurrection's already out, it wouldn't surprise
Actually-
me if it's on the receipt.
It might be, because I remember ordering, when I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Returns, 13.3 or whatever the fuck it was. I got the codes, it was in my, like, digital locker on the GameStop website for the, like, DLC stuff.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, oh, we leveled up. I'm too busy talking. Oh, wow, I gained a whopping 4 hit points.
I didn't level up. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, that's right, I forgot you died in episode 5.
I'm sitting down at the beginning of the next dungeon and not helping your assholes.
Alright, back in Marsh Cave, so we're gonna head this way. Yeah, when me and Paul went through Marsh Cave, we pretty much did, like, nothing. I ran straight to the crown and left because...
Did you pretty much just avoid as many fights as possible? And
Oh,
then-
yeah. Because from what I remembered, like, this cave was hard as shit, but we kind of walked through it, so...
Well, it doesn't hurt that Paul and Adrian have been getting decent level ups.
Yeah,
So.
and Adrian is getting to the point where he's almost outclassing Paul. He gets a hell of a lot more criticals than Paul does.
Well, yeah.
So, there you go, Paul. When you watch this, you motherfucker, you're almost weaker than Adrian at this point. HP!
Actually, I will say he is weaker.
Well, Paul is?
Paul is, yeah.
Oh, that's right, these guys suck. Wait, are these the ones? There's one of these types of enemies where it's like they're affected by weapons and not magic, and there's one that's affected by only magic and not weapons. But I don't remember where it is. These were like the precursor to the
It's
Flans.
these ones, because you only did 1 damage.
Well, I always do 1 damage. Oh, fuck, they poisoned.
Eat a dick, Paul. Oh, God.
Well, that was a crit, so yeah, they're definitely magic. Alright, we're just gonna run then. I
Don't
hate
waste the
fighting.
MP. Alright, well,
Actually, I suppose
that's right. It's not MP in this one. It's level.
Yeah, it is MP, but it's not MP. It's very strange. That's right, I actually do have... Wait, do I have up here? Oh, I do. I have 12 of them. Sweet!
Should have left him.
His overconfident ass. Maybe I should just stay the leader for a while. No, that wouldn't. Actually, you know what?
Does
Just
the
for
leader,
shits and giggles.
does the leader order affect anything?
Supposedly...
I thought only the combat order affected things.
No, supposedly whoever's in front takes the brunt of the attack. But that never seems to really hold true. It does in some games and it doesn't others. I've never noticed the difference because it seems like sometimes they target Paul more than anything, but sometimes they target HP more than anything. So I really don't know.
Yeah.
It's been like a staple in Final Fantasy games, like or actually many RPG genres. You just stick your strongest characters in the front.
Always. Oh, well, that's why they like the Rose system better.
Yeah, Final Fantasy IV did that. But
Yeah.
they had the 5 characters. That was one of the few Final Fantasies where you had 5 characters at a time.
I think all of them from that point on did the Rose system, didn't they? In some form of it?
To a degree, yeah. What made their row system strange was the fact that you always had 2 people in the back. It wasn't you could have everybody in the front or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they kind of changed it up to where there was a row system, but it was
Limited.
selective. You know, if Locke in Final Fantasy VI was getting his ass kicked, you could swap him to the back row. So, but yeah, I found a large dagger. No, I don't think that does anything actually for me. No, because that's right, the weapons here are kind of garbage. You know what? I'm curious. don't think it does anything.
For using, okay.
16. Let's see. 1126. Higher hit percentage, but I don't do as much damage. Yeah. I don't know why I tried. How awesome that we'd have a mage with an axe. Although I thought it was very cool that like the white wizard used hammers in this game. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, I suppose it's like a cleric using a mace.
Yeah. So. And actually, it's the white mage ends up becoming pretty strong when you get Thor's hammer at the end.
Well, that's because can't you just continuously use it for thunder?
Yeah.
Or is it? Well, yeah.
Yeah, it uses lightning 2, I want to say.
Yeah, that's right. Because this is before all the Thundaga and Blizzaga and whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny because then they went back to that this magic ranking system in tactics. There's Fire 1, Fire 2.
Yeah, but all the other ones use the Agas and shit now, and I hate it. Fucking hate it.
It's okay. I never really saw the point.
I'd rather each individual spell of like a progressive thing have its own name. So they have like the lowest level one be like Snowball or something, all the way up to Blizzard.
Yeah, that would be cool. I never really understood their naming scheme for magic in this game either.
I mean, at least it's not Dragon Warrior bad. Hurt more.
That's right. It didn't even go to like a hurt most.
No, there was hurt more, heal more.
Yeah.
Then I think.
Ouch! It's not as bad as fucking Grandia. It's like Zap or Howl, and it was like stupid.
Oh no, but Dragon Warrior later did having Bazap and shit, didn't they?
Yeah, Kazap. It was really stupid.
Because there was Zap hit one target, and then the Kaz hit everyone.
Yeah, they did. I never cared for that.
Because I remember that from, 8 that was on PS2?
Yeah. That one, Journey of the Cursed King?
Something like that.
Yeah. That one was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Until the end, and then it sucked.
You know what? I liked it until you beat Dual Magus. That was it. Like, past that point, I lost all interest in that game.
It suffered from the same problem a lot of our other RPGs suffered from.
It was too long.
Well, there's that. Or the whole... There's like a shitload of stuff to search, but nothing in them. At least it wasn't Blue Dragon bad. Nothing.
Yeah, but see, that had a payoff.
Yeah, true.
That was the one thing that was nice about that one.
But like the worst part about like most RPGs is you're building up. There's so like what was it? FF9. It's you fight. It's like what is it? Seymour for a while.
Oh no, you fight Kuja.
Yeah, it's Kuja, and then it goes to someone else.
It's Necron at the end. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Necron?
So they build up one villain, and you're fighting against that villain, fighting against that villain, fighting against that villain, and then all of a sudden, oh nope, there's a bigger bad. Now you gotta fight that one, and it was always just a dumb way of doing it.
It was a dumb way of extending the game past the point it didn't need to be.
That's why I liked FF6. Kefka does what he sets out to do.
Oh, Kefka's probably one of the most badass villains in this series. Like he's
or pretty
crazy.
much any RPG.
Yeah, I mean he's nuts. Like I liked Sephiroth. He was a cool villain. I liked that he was actually like he had a motivation of sorts.
Yeah.
But
other than just I want to destroy the world.
Yeah, like it was one thing like, and I think I've made my argument on Final Fantasy VII before, where it's like the game kind of sucks. If you take just Final Fantasy VII for the PS1, the game alone, the story's pretty garbage. It's
on par with other PS1 RPGs.
Yeah, like
to me there were better ones. Like I prefer Legend of Dragoon over it.
The story of Legend of Dragoon was very good.
Even the character designs, like everything. Okay, yeah, I'll give it shit too for the way the edition system works, because it's obnoxious to have like Dart all of a sudden go volcano.
Yeah, it's terrible voice.
Double slash.
Voice acting back then was not on par.
But like the cinematics for it were amazing. Yes, it came out afterwards, but
even Alundra felt better.
Yeah.
Story-wise, like Melzis and all that, but I mean that.
But Alundra was also more of a Legend of Zelda style game than a.
Right, that's true. Ooh, actually I can use Cure 2. But it's just like you take Final Fantasy VII by itself, the game sucks. It's really not that great. But once you start adding in the rest of the pieces, like Dirge of Cerberus or the Crisis Core.
Crisis Core is the best part of the entire series.
And all of them where like it rounds out the story, it's actually really good. Like the story's very rich.
Even Advent Children added to the story.
I loved Advent Children. That movie was amazing. And it's like that, like, the whole game and the whole world itself is so much better.
I do have like one issue with it though. Like there's that scene spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I don't give a fuck.
Who has? Who hasn't, I should say.
But like they're fighting in the middle of the city, and the
summons.
The summon.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he summons Bahamut.
Was it Kadaj? No, it wasn't Kadaj. It was his two underlings, but I don't remember their names.
But like, if you watch that fight, all of a sudden, like, all of the characters are like superhuman. They're able to jump ridiculous heights. They have like this ridiculous strength. Cloud is able to do all that shit. But then, like, if you compare it to like everything else they do, all of a sudden little shit stops them.
Yeah.
I do not. That's one of the things I hate about games in general.
Fuck.
Like a lot of games do it. Show a cinematic, you're being super badass. Go into gameplay,
I'm a pussy.
and you're a little punk that can't do anything. So it's like
8 hits. Holy shit.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
yeah, it's like a trope of sorts. Like even Final Fantasy VII, you look at Cloud. He's supposed to be this badass soldier. You know, he's off the thing. He's like level 7 when he starts. Even what's her face, Lightning at the beginning of 13. It's like, oh, she's got this renown for being this badass fucking warrior, and you're like level 1. It's like,
True.
what? That doesn't make sense. Like, how can you be a badass but be such low level? And that's why I loved the flashback cutscene in 7. When it's young Cloud and he's with Sephiroth, and Sephiroth is this big badass like he's
Yeah.
supposed to be. And it's
Where he
like that
one
was
shots
really cool.
the earth dragons and shit you fight.
Oh yeah, I loved that.
Where you
part
get
of it.
touched and you fall dead.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I suppose actually now we could segue into what your favorite Final Fantasy actually was. Out of all, what is it, 13 now?
There's technically more if we're including tactics.
Well, yeah, let's include the whole Final Fantasy franchise. What would be your favorite? Let's start with just the core games. The core numbered
games.
1 through
13. Well, 14.
No.
Because it is
Who plays 14?
A lot of people. And actually,
Yeah, I
I
know
do
that
want
one's
to
actually
eventually
pretty good.
try it, like the version that's out now. Because
Yeah.
I tried the original version of 14 and wasn't
I heard
impressed.
was it Realm Reborn?
And then after that, I haven't seen anything or really played anything of it since they did, Realm Reborn. And it's supposed to be amazing. So.
Yeah, I heard they retooled a lot of shit. It's actually pretty top notch.
Let's see, favorite?
It's a really tough choice, actually.
As much as a lot of people shit on it, it'd probably be a toss-up between 8 and the one with Bart's. Is that 4 or 5?
4 was Cecil. 5, I want to say, is the one with Bart. That's the job class system.
And
right?
Galuf. And,
Yeah, I want to say that's 5, but I'm not positive.
It's either 4 or 5. So it'd be between 8 and then whichever one
And
Bart's
that
is
one.
in.
That one was good, actually. I liked the job
Like,
system.
oh, I love the job system. And like I said, as much as people shit on 8, I loved the junction system more than the materia system. Because it actually made you
point.
think. Because you can either amass all these spells and have a super badass physical character who can take hits and dish out damage while, staying alive, or you can quickly defeat your enemies by using your spells, but it makes you physically weaker.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
Yeah, that was a cool system.
And it was also really
I'll
the
give that
beginning
one.
of the ones where when you summon, it takes your place.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I actually enjoyed that. I thought that was really neat. I like the fact that the summons were people like they seemed like more characters than spells.
Yeah.
Because they had that HP limit while you were summoning them.
With the
and-
exception of Eden and its fucking half-hour
Jesus.
cutscene.
Yeah, don't use that when you're on the clock. That's the worst. I have to say I liked 8, but to me the junction system felt broken. If you sat there and farmed all of the spells,
but
like
see,
it seems so easy.
That's one of the things I did like about it, though, because the way 8 is set up, it's not like the rest of the Final Fantasies.
That's true. It was different at the time. It was a lot different.
Well, normal Final Fantasies, like 1 through 7, you go into an area and go, oh, I can't beat this. So what do? You go out, you grind. Can't do that in 8, because if you level, enemies level with you.
That's true. It was.
So
if
if you hit level 99 before the end of the game, you were fucked fighting some of those like optional bosses and stuff, because their stats were so high compared to yours, you couldn't do anything about it.
That's true.
And I loved that. Like, it made you think, like, when you were getting stuff, like, do you want to kill it and get, like, the materials to level up and create the newer weapons, or do you want to draw and then just run away.
Yeah, yeah. I know it was required to draw some of the summons.
Yes, from some of the bosses. The very first, like, you go to the very first boss on the top of the.
Cerberus, you had to draw from that one. Or did you just have to beat Cerberus?
Well, I know you had to summon Diablos out of the lamp.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then there was one, I think he used a ring.
One in the top. Was it Siren? That you had to steal from, like, from the test at the beginning?
Yeah, the first, like, real boss when you're up on top of the tower, you draw, I believe it is Siren from him.
Yeah. That was such a cool game.
But you started with, you could pull Shiva
Quetzalcoatl.
and Quetzalcoatl, yeah, from the computer in the or Quistis would just give it to you before you left.
Oh, that's right, she did.
And then you went and you beat up Ifrit and got him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
I liked getting Odin. That was a pretty cool idea. The Odin's Tower.
Yeah.
Annoying, but.
And then Cypher kicks his ass.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
Now, there are elements of the story that pissed me off.
Well, the story honestly is not that great.
Well,
it's
the story's good up until a certain part.
Yeah.
Like, up until the end of Disc 1,
What was the end of Disc 1? Was that
that's where he gets impaled by
that's
his,
right. By
Edea.
Yeah.
And she hits him with the ice. Though that's kind of why there's that one, like, fan theory. I do kind of go, okay, I see why they think it's plausible as the, he died at the end of the disc. It's why the game gets progressively weirder as you go on.
I guess, but what would the rest of the characters have to do with it?
It's all like a vision before he finally dies. Hence
maybe.
why they all grew up together in the orphanage. Why they went to space. Something that they never talk about at all throughout the rest of the game.
That's right, he does go to space.
You get what is it, Ragnarok, I think is the ship. And then you go up and that's where you fight Altanisha in I think she's in like a giant crystal or something.
I don't remember. The game made no sense, like, after a certain point. I'm like, what? How does nobody remember that they all grew up together in that orphanage?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's suffering from amnesia.
And to be honest, I wish they would have taken the Laguna elements and made him his own game.
That part always eluded me as a kid. I haven't played it as an adult since, but, like, I never understood the Laguna
It doesn't make
part.
sense until you get to the end of all of Luna's stuff.
Okay. Because, yeah, Laguna's parts made, like, no sense. I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? It was just so confusing.
No, it's like a build-up for Edea and all of that, and
oh, yeah.
for everything else that's going on.
We're doing okay, but...
No, we're not! Look at your life!
No, it's okay. Not too much is too bad here. But, yeah, I'll agree with that. I'd have to say my favorite Final Fantasy was probably 6, because I loved that world. Terra was such a cool character. I loved Edgar. Like, a lot of those
The only one I
characters
didn't
were
care
cool.
for was the character was what's his name? Was it Gao? Was it that one?
The blue mage, essentially.
Yeah.
He was okay. I didn't like the fact that he went berserk every time.
That's part of the reason I didn't like him.
It's like that kind
Then
of
again,
sucked.
I have never played through the game using Mog or what is it, Wendigo?
Mm-hmm.
I've never played through the entire game using either of them.
I never did
Because
either.
I never knew about them originally.
Yeah. Well, there's even what's his face?
Shadow can leave you.
Yeah, he leaves all the time. I hate Shadow. He's such a stupid character.
He was as far as combat goes, he was great, but him constantly leaving you was annoying.
Oh yeah, his throw items were out fucking standing. Like early game, his like shurikens and things are crazy good.
Well, I mean, they're not quite as powerful as Edgar's tools, but or the Blitz Arts from Sabin.
Yeah, the no MP cost Blitz Arts. Fucking insane. He was like the
Suplex
strongest
everything.
character.
Oh, I suplex Doom
Aura
Train.
Black. Oh, what was it? The Aura Beam.
Yeah.
Was really good. But like, I love
suplex,
the game.
the heavier the enemy was, the more damage it did.
Yeah. The music was great. I just loved so much about it that it felt so cool to me.
It also influenced quite a few of the ones after. It's the first one that I remember that heavily used technology.
That's true. The Magitech stuff.
Because then 7 was very like the steampunk-ish, technology-based stuff.
Yeah.
Even Final Fantasy 8 was still kind of that way. 13 is definitely that way.
Oh yes, 13 is heavily.
9 sort of, but less so.
9 was definitely more. how do I want to? It felt more like Ivalice from Tactics. It's like it was advanced but not advanced. It was. Actually, that's my second favorite was 9. I loved 9.
I liked the skill system from 9.
Yeah.
I didn't care for any of the characters or the story.
The characters were okay.
I'm sorry,
I liked
Zidane is
Vivi.
fucking Goku.
Oh, Zidane's stupid. I hated Zidane.
And he even goes fucking Super Saiyan with his fucking trance. So I could not see past that, and he annoyed me.
I liked the trance system. I liked
okay.
Vivi. I liked Steiner.
It was just another version of the limit break system.
Yeah, that's true.
Or actually,
It wasn't as bad
actually no,
as...
I would say it's closer to the limit system from 8.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have a bar, so you never knew when you were gonna get it unless you used the items to increase the chance.
I don't know if there were those in
Well, in 8 there were.
8 you had the spell Aura, which constantly
Or
gave
the
you your
hero
limit
elixir or whatever it was you could use.
That was the only thing I hated about 8 was, well, there was a few things, but like the fact that you could just constantly use like your limit break of sorts in 8 if you had the spell. So it's like all you had to do was use that and you were good to go. Like you were killing pretty much everything. But that one was weird too because it was kind of random, wasn't it?
That's why I liked it. You were never, even with using like the hero drink or whatever it was and aura spell, you weren't guaranteed to get it.
Yeah.
Granted, there were ways around that by cycling through the characters, but
yeah, 9, I liked Freya. I thought she was cool. Adamant, I didn't care for. I thought he was stupid. But I liked the world of 9. It was just really cool to me. But yeah, and I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I really, really thoroughly enjoyed 13.
Eventually I'll play through it, but
I know a lot of people were bitching because it was linear as fuck. But then again, if you look at any of the Final Fantasies, they're all linear. You can't go past a certain point until you do this. You can't get to this certain point until you do this.
The biggest thing I have against that is at least they gave you small pockets of explore this little playground. 13 was literally walk from here to there, watch a cutscene, do a fight. Walk from here to there, maybe pick up an object or along the way, or have a conversation, watch a cutscene, fight. And that's all it was.
Yeah.
At least until the very end,
Jesus.
when you get to the plains.
When you get to, what the hell? Grand Pulse.
There you go.
When everything is fucking just wide open for you and you can do the hunts, you can do all that stuff. That was such a cool part of the game.
So, had they done it in reverse and done the open world and then funneled into a linear, I think more people would have liked it.
Well, I know a lot of people hated the characters.
Actually,
I thought the characters were genius. I loved the characters.
I mean, granted, I can see where, some of the stuff people said about them, because, like Lightning is pretty much just like Cloud with a few other attributes.
She's Cloud with the ability to do what she's supposed to.
Then,
she's cocky. Well, she's not really even cocky.
Well, no, she is kind of cocky.
She's powerful, but at least she's powerful. Like, Cloud was a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, if you play 7 again, he is such a whiny baby throughout the whole game.
But then again, most of what Cloud said he did wasn't actually Cloud. It was
Very
Zack.
true. Which you don't find out until you play Crisis Core.
Well, no, you find it out. You find out during the game.
Kind of.
Towards the end, after the live stream incident.
Oh, yeah.
When you go through all of his memories and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, and then, Zaz was kind of like a weird combination of, Sid.
Zaz was cool.
And, Barrett.
Yeah, yeah.
And, all the characters were essentially just taken, the archetypes of previous characters with a little of their personality traits, combining them and making a new character.
Yeah. But, I suppose you have to kind of do those weird... there are only so many character types you can choose from.
Yeah, that's why, there's the generic archetypes, and then...
Like, Vanille was... The weapon choices, I thought, were kind of interesting.
I think my biggest complaint with it was I hated the way the summons look. I absolutely despise... The one becomes a fucking motorcycle? Really?
We are not looking good right now.
You're about to... Oh, I'm about to die. Fuck you.
We're not looking good right now. I didn't and I'm out of healing stuff, too, so this is gonna be a little rougher than it should be.
Oh,
God.
We're about to die.
Oh, God.
We're about to die.
Please run. Oh, God. Fuck. Ah, fuck. This isn't good. This isn't good.
And with that,
Are you fucking serious?
Paul, you fucking failed us. Shit. All the way back here.
God damn it, you know, and I thought to myself too, I'm like, boy, I probably shouldn't push this cave. I pushed the cave.
We might want to just pick up some like healing items and shit.
Yeah, that's probably
You have enough gold for now. Unless you're saving towards something.
Yeah, I'm trying to afford spells and shit.
Oh.
But, yeah, that sucks. I don't know why I fought these things. They give me nothing. Ugh! God damn it. Now I gotta go all the way back through Marsh Cave. But yeah, 13 I really enjoyed. The characters felt...
Although
I liked Fang. I liked Vanille.
Which one was the time hopping one? Was it 3?
13-2. Where you played as Lightning's sister, Sarah.
Oh,
and,
not the one. I'm thinking of the third one then. Like that, because that one I liked a bit more.
both-
Well, is that the one with the costumes then?
Actually, you didn't go through time in 3.
It was no, but it was 3 the one with the costumes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other one I've tried. And that one I liked more than 13.
I liked the combat system. I thought it was kind of interesting. I wish there had been, like, it was weird going from a party-based game to just, it's only her,
But
which seems strange,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it actually worked well. Alright, I gotta get some healing shit, so this is gonna take a while.
I wish more of the Final Fantasy games would take the Crisis Core combat system.
It was cool. I liked Crisis Core.
I wouldn't even care if it was for like the Vita or the 3DS or something.
Mm-hmm. The
I
Crisis
mean, as
Core
long as
system
they
was
don't
pretty
do
good.
another Abomination port like they did with Type O.
I didn't mind Typo too much.
I can't stand that blur effect they added into the game.
It was pretty bad.
Turning the camera, you can't see anything, so that makes panning the camera pretty much useless or fucking vomit-inducing.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, I'll have to say it did not look the greatest. It was a
Like, had it literally just
I
been
think you can turn that effect off.
Can you?
I think so. It's been a while since I played it, and I only played it for a little bit, but
See, I
was
really wish they would just release the Vita version over here. They
Yeah,
have
I
the game
realized
fully
that.
translated, so it's not like it would take long.
yeah, I never really understood why they released it for the PS4.
I mean, I get it. The Vita is not selling very well. It hasn't been selling very well, and part of that is fucking Sony's memory cards.
They give up their things so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that 3DS rules the handheld market. They always have.
But they should have been aiming at a different type of audience, and for the most part, they were. The 3DS is the weaker system, but
It really is.
It's literally relying on Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon to sell.
Pretty much. There's really not a whole lot left.
If you
for it.
stripped away any of all of those games away from the 3DS and left it with like the third-party games, it would fail.
Well, there's still some pretty good games on there, but
Not
not
many.
enough to really justify it. You're right. I mean, well, for the general populace anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of games I really like. I like Stella Glow. I
Yeah.
like
Well, yeah,
of
for people like
Legacy.
us that play the wider like gambit of games, yeah, it's fine.
But if you go the common man, casual player, there's not a whole lot
Yeah,
for it at
that's-
that point.
that's pretty much that's the only reason Nintendo's products still sell is they're pandering to the younger generation and completely relying on nostalgia of these characters. The games themselves that Nintendo produces most times aren't very good anymore.
They're really
Look at Mario. Since he's gone 3D, they've gone downhill faster and faster. Yeah, people seem to love them, but the games aren't very good.
not a lot of substance to them.
They're literally the same game with a new coat of paint. And yeah, I realize there are other games that way, but there are other games that hide it better than they do.
Pokemon is one of those, I would say. It's pretty much the same exact game
Yeah.
with better graphics. And that's about all it really has going for it when you really look at it. But at least they change it up by doing different Pokemon, different regions, like different things.
Yeah.
Like Mario, it's the
Well, and they
same
try.
premise. I jump on
With-
stuff,
at
I
least-
get maybe a new suit, I'm good to go.
Yeah, like with Pokemon, they tried to introduce new battle types. They introduced new, like they shook up the weakness and resistance system by adding like the new types and
I mean-
stuff like that. They try to change up the system.
They even tried with the different, yeah, you're right, the different battle types, the 2-on-2 battles, even the 3-on-3s, which were,
And then they
Ridiculous,
they
to
add
be quite
superficial shit like the beauty pageants and
yeah, so
Things
where
like
it's
that.
not so much It's not so much battling, but a different form of battling, the contests.
Yeah.
God damn it, I gotta go fucking through all this goddamn game again. Fuck.
Diablo, snow encounter, go!
No kidding. I feel bad for the people watching if they watch.
They skip through, we know they do.
Probably. I can't believe that fucking... Well, you know what? This is exactly my point, though. We should be able to get through this cave relatively easy.
Well, it's, for the most part you can, but it's when the system rolls the chances and it's against you.
Yeah, those wizards were dealing a lot of damage very quickly, and
especially there was a group of, like, what, the 4 of them?
Yeah. I'm lucky. See, when we fought for the crown, before we only fought 2, and they were pretty easy. Like, it didn't take much. But I've also been playing aloof because we're busy talking. I'm just not paying attention. But yeah,
that's because Paul doesn't talk during these.
He's falling
asleep.
To be quite honest, like Nintendo, in my opinion, I'm not an expert or anything. I don't know a lot about like the systems and things like that to really know. But just looking at what I know about it, it seems like Nintendo's biggest problem is they refuse to grow up.
Yeah.
Games are no longer like, you don't have to hide games from people anymore. Like, look at just based on their censorship. How many games they've changed as they come over here.
Pure on Paul.
Yeah. Like, look at Maiden of Black Water for the Wii U. They had to change, they left out character outfits because they were deemed too sexy just because the characters are like 16.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's a fucking game. If parents are that concerned about it, just don't buy it.
Well, and see, that's one of the big things is there's no personal accountability.
No. If you don't like something, just don't buy it. That's all you have to do. Quit ruining it for people who do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just like the Senran Kagura games. I don't like them. I think they're stupid. They're fun. But like
quirky.
The over-the-top, big-ass titties, fucking just like the in-your-face sexuality, it's like, there's an audience for that. There's an audience for everything. I hate Game of Thrones. I hate Lord of the Rings. I hate Harry Potter.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
But there's an audience for that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to go around bitching and trying to accrue a group of people who hated it just as much and try to get it taken away.
Yeah.
It's like, just leave people alone. Just because you can have an opinion doesn't mean you should.
Well, no, it's all right having an opinion, but then when someone tells you, I don't like your opinion, fuck off, you don't have the right to be like, oh, you hurt me.
Yeah, it's like... It just, that kind of thing irritates me, and that's, like, censorship is a huge thing to me. Like, look at Xenoblade Chronicles X. That one, they had a thing you could actually adjust the breast size of characters in Japan.
Yeah, they took it out over here.
It's stupid, but at the same time, like, if the creator put it in, it's his art, you know? Like, why are you telling him that he can't put that in and it has to change? And it's like, it seems petty to me.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of thing annoys me. It's like, just leave the game the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, if somebody doesn't like it, well, the cool thing is, you don't have to use it.
Yeah, it's optional.
Yeah. Just like Criminal Girls was the same way. The game was... I mean, call it what it was. You're on an island and you're spanking women for whatever, you know? It is what it is. If you don't like it, just don't buy it.
Fine, then you have games like,
But then you have games like God of War, where you're fucking women to get health back.
Not even that, but was it, Valhalla Knights that I had bought for Vita?
Valhalla, yeah.
The third one, like, there was a mini game where, yeah, you, like, pleasure, like, girls, but no one knew about it because no one knew what the fuck the game was.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, had the game sold, that would have been a shitstorm. But
Yeah.
because no one bought it and no one knew about it, no one gave a shit.
Cares. But yeah, games like Leisure Suit Larry nobody cares. It's like, that game is literally just that. It's based on fucking women.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, there's an audience for it, and, you know, Godspeed if that's what you like. I don't care for it.
It's a lot of zombies.
They're pussies. But it is what it is, you know, and that's what makes it great. You know, games pander to everybody.
Yeah.
And it leads to other great things, you know. It takes all different kinds to make things wonderful. So it's like that kind of... Nintendo refuses to acknowledge that, in my opinion.
I think the other thing that Nintendo tends to shoot themselves in the foot with is they always try to produce the cheapest possible console they can while still trying to remain relevant. And they need to learn that while, yeah, it works to a certain degree, they do need to start striving for better graphics.
Yeah, that's true. I admire the fact that they're trying to be the cheapest option, which does sell. You know, somebody who doesn't.
Well, yeah.
You know, somebody buying a game for, you know, or buying a system for 10 to 12-year-olds.
But
All right,
then
cool.
again,
Here's a
that's,
Wii.
yeah, that's also the types of games that are on the system that are going to pander to that target audience anyways, so...
And I think that's why, like, nobody really has a Wii or a Wii U. It's because there's really not a lot of mature,
and to be honest,
hardcore games for it.
Like, if you actually sit down and go through and look at the numbers, yes, the Wii sold amazing.
Yeah.
You know what the most sold games really, like, amongst the most sold games were? Wii Sports. You wanna know why? People literally bought the Wii U, got Wii Sports bundled with it. Nintendo considered that game a sale, and then they didn't buy anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I understand its purpose. You know, the old people playing, like, the thing. It was fun.
The
enjoyed
motion
it.
controls, yeah, were interesting, but they just didn't do enough with them.
No. See, that underutilizing their product. Just like Nintendo tends to do with a lot of their IPs. Look at Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic franchise. I loved
And now we're
Metroid.
getting Federation Force or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. It's like another side-scrolling Metroid would be incredible. To see...
Hell, I wouldn't mind if they outsourced it to another company like Vanillaware.
Oh god, it'd be insane. Even that, what was that game that came out not long ago? Axiom Verge.
Oh, yeah.
Was mind-blowing to me. It felt like
I loved
playing...
it.
Oh, it was incredible.
Like the hidden, even like the secrets that were in there, like the one where we get close and like the screen distorts. It looks like
Yeah.
an old CRT TV.
The hidden areas.
And we were like, what the fuck is that? And then we found out, yeah, it's a secret. And we had been stumbling upon them and never found out what they were until we looked it up.
Yeah, it's like that. That made me want to play like Super Metroid and all those, or Metroid Fusion. And it's like I loved the Prime games; they were great. I think
They were
Metroid
great games, but they just weren't for me.
Metroid really transitioned well into that genre of FPS. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you still gotta try to go to your roots a little bit, kick its ass. Look at Zelda. Zelda did it with Link Between Worlds, and it was a phenomenal success. I mean, the game was outstanding.
Well, then again, with Zelda, really the formula didn't change even when they go to the 3D ones.
Well, they kind of did though, and at least in that one they did, because the fact that you could go into any dungeon in any order,
Well,
because the items
that
weren't
was
exclusive.
the first one that redid that. But if you
it-
look at it, it's still pretty much the same formula.
That's true. Well, I mean, they can't stray too much,
Yeah.
but it was.
Well, they could, and I really wish they would try something different.
I would love to see an actual RPG of that
Oh,
franchise.
yeah. I mean, look at the ones that do stray super far from that. Hyrule Warriors.
That worked
One
out
of the
well.
it's one of my favorite of the Koei games.
Yeah, that one played really well, and that world worked for it. It was perfect for it.
Yeah.
I would love to see characters from Hyrule Warriors be put into an actual Zelda game. Like Lana and Cia were awesome,
Yeah.
but it's just like I don't think they quite realize that. At least maybe not here. Like there is a demand for those games. People will buy them.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta know what to do with it. I guess.
Nintendo has to know there's a demand for them, because when fan projects like that 3D web browser version of Zelda was made,
Yeah, the remake.
it was like there was no attention, became really well known and popular. What they do? Cease and desist. So they know there's a demand for it. They even did a cease and desist on the fan remake of Metroid 2.
Yeah, that's true.
And so they know there's this demand for them, but they refuse to do anything with it.
If I were Nintendo, I
Look
would
at Capcom and Mega Man.
Yeah, that's true too. I would have gone to the creator of those games and said, "Hey, this is a wonderful product you have.
We'll buy it off. Finish it.
We'll buy it off you." And
that's why there's this. As much as I fucking loathe memes, there's one where it's like, we're Sega. Oh, hey, our game inspired you to do this. You made a fan version of this game. We'll hire you. Oh, hey, we're Nintendo. You made a fan version of our game. Here's a cease and desist order.
yeah, pretty much.
I was like, wow.
Although Sega's got its share of problems too.
Well,
How long have we been waiting for Phantasy Star fucking Online Nova over here or whatever?
well, yeah, Nova,
Oh god.
Fantasy Star, Portable 2.
I loved the portable games. Those were so
What was
much fun.
the remade version of Portable 2?
Portable 2. I don't
No, the one that added the extra speech, the extra race, and all of that.
I honestly don't remember.
Infinity. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we got that one.
No, we didn't get that one because we got Portable 2, and then we didn't get like any of the updates. We didn't get, and for a while there was talk about it coming over, and then just it disappeared. Same thing with what was it, Phantasy Star Online 2? We didn't get that over here.
Yeah.
We technically did with like the fan patches and the fan servers, but we never got the official thing over here.
Yeah. I'll never understand like that. Oh, actually, it didn't matter. It was on the top and the bottom. Yeah, I'll never understand like that. I don't know. It eludes me why they would hold things. Well, even just I suppose that spans back even to the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. I mean, Terranigma was never brought over here, even though the game was fantastic.
At least back then, I understand it a little bit back then. There wasn't as easy of a way to have communication with your fan base to see what they liked.
That's true. We
Companies
were talking before internet.
Companies no longer have that excuse when they can start a forum. Why is there a door down there?
It's a glitch. Oh shit.
But like they no longer have the excuse of going, oh well, we don't know what our fans want. Well, fuck you. There are plenty of fan web pages you can create. They have official forums that they can go on, literally say, hey, our fans, what do you want? What are you looking forward to? But they refuse to use that option to figure out what's gonna sell.
Yeah. When the internet gives everybody a voice and whoof, do they use it?
Oh.
There is really no excuse at that point anymore.
Oh yeah.
But it's, like I said, I love Nintendo. I love the games that they have released for it. I think it's an incredible system. I love the Wii. They have a lot of really fantastic games that I wouldn't trade for the world. But it's like, at the same time, like I said, gotta grow up. Like, there's a reason PlayStation and even the Xbox One of all things is beating you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, time to wake up a little bit, you know? And I know that they've said that they're planning on changing their thing with the NX. Like, they're taking it more seriously, but it's
that
like,
one,
I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, they delayed Zelda, so it's coming out on that too. But like, at this point, Nintendo is doing too little, too late to try to keep their actual original audience.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. It's not really worth it, or not worth it. It's like they need to, like with the Wii U, they released games that were already out. You had Arkham Asylum, or what was it? Was it Arkham City at that point?
I think it was Arkham City that came out on it.
It's like you had games that had already been out. Mass Effect, like games like that.
Sure, they went to and they got like the exclusive rights to Bayonetta 2,
Shit.
But damn it, why do you have to fight these guys again?
Hopefully I can slow them down. Yeah, but it's like Bayonetta 2 was outstanding. You know, I didn't care for the first Bayonetta, but Bayonetta 2 I know is
It
very,
wasn't.
very
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't appeal to me. Like I like action games, but the way like Bayonetta, I wasn't a fan of it. Like gameplay wise, it was good. The story wasn't good to me.
Yeah, it was a very strange story. Damn, HP, you are a beast. God, I can't afford to not have him attack. It sucks.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say heal Paul. Paul's gonna die. Oh, there we go.
There we go, thank God. Wow, that was it. 41, huh? Stupid. That's the only thing that makes this game shitty too, is the fact that sometimes the heal spell will do a lot, sometimes it won't.
Isn't it a weird percentage thing? It rolls between a certain
it's a value range.
Yeah,
I should remember what these guys were weak against. So it's like, yeah, sometimes you're
fist in their face.
Pretty much at this point, HP's carrying the team. Well, it's not ice, that's for damn sure. But it's, yeah. So it's, I don't know. I'm excited for the NX because Breath of the Wild looks fucking outstanding, and if it's everything they're saying it is, it'll probably be the best Zelda ever.
Have you seen some of the I think they came out like last week. The
rune stuff.
The gameplay footage where he like threw the thing at the water and it makes the bricks come up and shit like that. And then he grabbed the fishing rod or whatever, and grabbed the treasure chest from the bottom of the lake.
It looks really neat, and I'm glad they're thinking outside the box a little bit more than the typical here's an ice rod.
Yeah.
That we've seen 9 fucking games. It's like, okay, we get it. But yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped up for that.
That one I'm interested in. But
Will I buy an NX for it?
why?
I don't
When it's
know.
coming out on the Wii U as well.
I know. But it's one thing, it's like, I'm not sure what I want to do. I suppose I'd have to see what their lineup is. Like, what they're planning on releasing for it, because, I mean, who knows at this point? The NX is such a mystery to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
it's-
really knows what to make of it. So, who knows?
Like, I get being secretive to a certain degree, but when it's
Can't
been...
really afford to be secretive.
When it's been this long and there's almost no information on it other than speculation based on, oh, this company started producing more of like this sort of like chipboard.
Oh, they took out a patent for this.
Yeah,
It's like,
well,
that
but
doesn't-
companies take out patents for everything from shitting to breathing, so...
Yeah, I'm about to say the patent doesn't really make a heads or a tails. Like, that doesn't matter. They're just doing it to grab it before anybody else does.
Yeah, it's like buying websites.
Yeah.
People buy like domain names up like based on like superhero character names.
Yeah.
And then just so these like Marvel or DC can't use them, and then they have to go to them and buy them.
Right.
So
it's in a weird way an underhanded tactic to make money,
yeah,
because that's how flawed our world works with trademarks and all sorts of stupid.
oh yeah,
shit.
you can. It's the biggest problem. You can trademark stupid shit. I mean, look what happened. Banner Saga.
Was it Banner Saga or was it Candy Crush?
Oh yeah, sorry, it was Candy Crush.
Candy Crush
Trademark
Saga.
Saga.
Yeah.
So they tried to sue like Banner Saga and stuff like that.
Yeah. That shit was just stupid.
I don't understand how you can trademark a word. Now, if it's a word you completely made up, like materia, even though it's just a play on the word material,
Yeah. It's like, but still, I mean.
like, okay, it's, or like when using the name Cloud in conjunction with a character's design, okay. It's part of that character design, but you're not actually trademarking the word Cloud.
Right. It's not.
So-
Yeah. That shit always drives me crazy. I try not to think about it too much,
Yeah.
just how stupid people really are to go and make money off of each other. It just cracks me up. So I don't know. Well, what would you say is probably one of your favorite RPGs of all time in general?
RPG.
Unless, actually, I suppose we never really finished the Final Fantasy stuff. What would be your favorite off-the-grid Final Fantasy game off of the main
Mystic
number?
Quest, hands down.
For the Super Nintendo?
Fuck yeah, I love
Really?
that game.
That was a good one.
I
actually did really
something
like
about when you're beating up the enemies and they start falling apart on screen.
That was a good touch.
And to be honest, like, yeah, I played Final Fantasy 1 on NES back when I was a kid. But like the first Final Fantasy I remember like just like delving deep into was 6 and then Mystic Quest. Well, 3 for us and then Mystic Quest.
Mystic Quest was very good.
Those were like the 2 big ones I played
Yeah.
growing up. So
Mystic Quest was so strange in the fact that
yeah,
it's straight away from everything, the ones that had come before it.
it was like a weird mashup of like a Zelda meets like Final Fantasy, because like you'd go into an area, you'd explore, you had to get certain weapon types or sub items to
Yeah.
like the bombs or the cat claws to climb the walls, axes to cut down trees, and if you didn't have it, you couldn't progress.
In a weird way, it felt like a console version of one of the Final Fantasy Legend games.
Maybe, yeah.
You ever played those?
Yeah.
That's
On
what
emulators, I haven't
that's
played
what it
that.
felt like. Was it felt like a Final Fantasy Legend game on a console. But
But doesn't it predate the Legends version games?
I don't think so. I could be wrong on that though. I'm not quite sure. I know Legends 1 was pretty early in the Game Boy's lifespan, but goddamn, I don't really remember. I'm bad with dates. Well,
I
as
mean-
Power Trip has shown.
Yeah, I although I suppose I should rephrase it. Like, was it
I want to say it was around
was
the same
Mystic
time.
Quest out in Japan before Legends was out in Japan?
I would say no. I'm pretty sure because Game Boy was before Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hence why the Super Game Boy player.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possible that
It's probably
Yeah, it
it's,
was out
it's
before.
true.
But yeah, Mystic Quest was a lot of fun. I'd have to say my favorite off-grid Zelda or off-grid Final Fantasy game. That's pretty tough.
Well, I honestly,
As crazy as it sounds, Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube.
yeah, see, I've never finished it. I start playing it, and I've only ever played it by myself, so it's not as fun.
That's true. Actually, I played it with my younger brother first, and then I played it actually playing 4-player with our good friend Tim and his then girlfriend. And the game was fucking outstanding 4-player. Oh my god.
Well, that was like
so
playing
much fun.
Phantasy Star on
That's true. Like
on
when Phantasy Star
GameCube. We
Online.
used to all get together, play 4-player of that for hours, and
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. But
That was a lot of fun. But like Crystal Chronicles, like the world felt cool. I loved the active, like I loved the
Well,
real
it's
battle or
Evil's.
real-time battle system.
it's still Evilise, isn't it?
I don't think so. That was Tactics.
No, I'm pretty sure like some of the
Tactics
Crystal
was
Chronicles
Evilise.
stuff uses.
It might. Actually, well, no.
I think it's another version of it. It's not.
I'm actually not quite. I'm not quite sure on that one. Well, we made it through the cave. God damn it. Maybe.
Yeah, we're getting did all that just to die at the entrance.
It's happened before.
Honestly, there are like Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, and then Crystal Bearers for Wii.
Crystal Bearers.
Were three other ones that I think rank up there as the non-mainline.
I keep
games.
meaning to play Crystal Bearers, but I never get around to it.
It was really fun.
I heard it was a lot of fun. That's one that I remember I was going to, but then I started playing Arc Rise Fantasia instead. And I liked Arc Rise Fantasia.
I got really good into that one.
Yeah. Voice acting was terrible. It was like Bait and Kato's bad, but
Worse. Oh god,
I don't
the
know.
voice acting.
Bait and Kato's was pretty fucking terrible.
Oh.
But see, it's
At least they had the excuse of we had to compress it for GameCube on that shitty little disc.
it's true.
The Wii doesn't have that excuse.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh poison. God damn it. It's gonna ice blast everything. But yeah, Crystal Chronicles was a lot of fun. I even liked the Game Boy or the Game Boy
The
ones.
DS versions.
Yeah, Ring of Fates and there was 2 of them. Echo of whatever the
Time.
Yeah, those were pretty cool. Those were more story driven than Crystal Chronicles itself. Actually, yeah, it must have been. Oh no, I don't think it was Evilise because Evilise didn't have the Ukes in it. Evilise was like the Banga and all that, like from 12. And the Viera.
Maybe.
Alright, what was your least favorite Final Fantasy? And I have a feeling I already know the answer to this because I'm pretty sure it's the same as mine. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% on it.
Didn't really care for 2.
Which one was 2? Oh, 2 was okay. The level up system that they didn't have was strange. That was the one where it was based on... It was kind of like Saga Frontier, where you took damage, you had a chance of getting more HP at the end of battle.
Honestly, I think 2.
The story was good in 2.
Because other than that, like, I enjoyed 1. Well, some versions of 1. I liked 3.
Oh, that's right. 3 was a class system as well.
Yeah. Like, 4 and 5 I like. 6 I liked. 7 I liked. 8 I liked. 9 was, 10. Well, okay, there we go. 10 and 10 too, I suppose. Yeah, because I'd rather play Final Fantasy 2 than either of the 10 ones.
Ah, damn it. Then maybe it's not the same. Mine was 12. I absolutely
I forgot
despised Final Fantasy 12.
Aladdin?
I hated Vaughn. I didn't care for Ball's hair, or whatever the fuck his actual name.
Balthier.
I hated Balthier. I didn't care for Fran. The only character
I like her
had-
design.
Yeah, the design was alright. The only character I really enjoyed was Ash and Pinello. Like,
Yeah.
that was it. I hated Bosch.
My 2 biggest complaints with 12 are 1, you don't actually do the attack. That is boring as fuck to me.
Well, it's kind of the same as, like, these.
But at least this I have choices of what I'm doing, but it's really just like
Oh, you mean like the Gambit
system? I set it up.
Yeah.
I don't do anything. I literally just control them when I'm walking thing. The other thing was those areas were unnecessarily huge.
Yeah, I think they did that just to give you this sense of depth.
Yeah,
But it was a
I'm
little-
sorry. The areas in this are not huge, but this one has better depth than 12 does.
That's true. And to be honest, like,
Size does not equal quality. I'd rather
Amen
have
to that.
rather have a smaller thing of higher quality than the higher quantity of lower quality.
Look at Morrowind. Morrowind was probably the worst offender of that. How many caves and places can you go where there's absolutely nothing in it? And it's like, and it played no part in anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, that's kind
Granted,
of.
Morrowind is still small in scale compared to, was it Daggerfall? I think one of the early ones is still the largest game world in any game.
I have no idea.
Because it was...
oh, God.
It's ridiculously huge.
Oh, that's right. I was going to try.
Like, huge to a detriment.
Yeah, 12, for some reason, the world lost me. I hated the fact you never got a Benga character. Like, there were so many different races, and you only got Fran. And, like, 5 or 6 humans. Or Humes, or whatever they were called.
Well,
and, like, that annoys me.
The other thing with 12 was the certain chests were random.
Yeah, well, the whole Zodiac Lance or whatever.
Well,
like
I'm not even just
secret.
that, but there were certain other things, if I'm not mistaken, where it was only a chance for it to appear or stuff like that. And if it's a chest, it should be a set item.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. Yeah, like, I know the Zodiac Spear secret was like, don't open any chests until this point, and it's in this chest particularly.
Well, even if you opened all chests up to that point, you could go in and out of the cave till it spawned.
Was that? I never died. I played the game maybe for a few hours.
My second time through it, I ended up getting the spear just to see what it was like. Oh, I hated the gambit system. No, not the gambit system, but the license system.
Yeah, I like the fact you could make anybody anything. I thought that was neat.
Yeah,
I like
but
that sense of freedom and replayability. You can turn Vaughn into a wizard.
But there are better.
Actually,
that's probably part of the reason I hated 10 as well, was because I hate the sphere grid.
The sphere grid was alright. I preferred that over 10 or over 12.
I just don't like either of them. And that could also be part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of 13 then as well, because
13 was a linear path depending on what branch you went.
It's pretty much the same thing of I have this thing now, just buy nodes and continue on.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't really care for it. That could be another one of those.
That could be. Go
back in there real quick.
Okay. Yeah. What?
I totally thought the wizard was standing flicking you off. Just the way
Oh, just like this. Like, what do you want?
Get out of my store.
Alright, well, we're gonna buy some spiels. So level 4. I got ice 2 already for me. Let's do fast. That one's really good. Fast will increase.
Right?
It'll increase the number of hits that will actually pump out. So how Adrian was doing 4 hits for 120, I'll do 8 hits for.
Does it double it?
I don't know if it doubles it, but it increases your speed. So he'll do 8 hits as opposed to 4. That's how I was telling Paul, like, Adrian's gonna outrank him, or outclass him when he turns into a Grandmaster.
Oh, God.
Because you throw a fast spell on him, and he's pretty much, he'll deal more damage than Paul ever will.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need a weapon. Like, he's always powerful. Whereas, he relies a lot on
there's actually a series I want to play on here for side quests, probably with you, because you're the only other person that plays RPGs, is go through Dot Hack, the original series, and then Dot Hack GU.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
Those would be cool. Alright, we got Ice and Cure. Actually, that's right. I think this level, like, the spells were inconsequential.
Ice, is that all ice?
No, it negates ice attack. Not negates them, but it dampens the damage that comes in. A mute's really not worth it, because nothing really mutes, and even if it does, the only characters it's gonna affect is me and you.
Yeah.
And if you're muted, fact good that does. And if I'm muted, to be honest, I think mute wears off at the end of battle anyway, so who fucking cares?
Oh yeah, that's...
Fear barely works, so it's not worth wasting the money. Alright. Am I loaded on all my level 3 spells? Yep. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I would love to play the Dot Hack games. I have
You have
all of them.
because I gave you GU.
Yeah, I have
After
all of them.
spending how fucking long that we looked for him.
Completed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have all the actual Dot
Oh,
Hack
another one would
games.
be fun to play through would be Xenosaga.
That's a long one.
As much as, it's another one like 13 where there are shitload of cutscenes. And some of them are like an hour long. So it would be a long, long playthrough, but it would be worth it.
it's such a good story that I think it would be fun.
Although see, that's one of those ones where like I love it, but at the same time I hate it because Square Enix would not give back the rights to Xenogears,
Right.
and that's the whole reason he made Xenosaga. Well, at least that's what the way I've understood it to be is that's why he made Xenosaga instead was. But it uses all the same stuff. It uses the Zohar, it uses Abel, it uses all that stuff. Just he couldn't get the names to some of the other stuff in Xenogears. Bad.
That's true. And that sucks.
Are you looking up?
I'm gonna look up these spells just because I feel like I've looked them up before already.
Probably. That's why I'm surprised it's not just plastered somewhere.
Alright, so Lock 2 raises my hit percentage against those enemies, but it does the enemy party. Hold will do paralysis on one enemy. I'm feeling like paralysis would be more useful.
Depends on how long
But-
it lasts and what's its chance of hitting.
That's the only problem. It's these RPGs, I mean,
These old ones,
status
But
effects, I mean, you saw
then again, there's
Sleep hit nothing.
that's a big complaint I have in RPGs in general.
Oh,
For the most part, status effect spells don't do shit for you.
They work in a very select group.
And like for the most part, they're completely useless against bosses, unless if it's ones like shell and stuff for yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so we got all that. What level am I? Am I still 12?
I'm still 12.
Oh my god. 3,000 experience.
What's the best place to get experience?
How long have we been recording so far? About an hour?
What is it say? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Hour 7 minutes.
Shit! Well, it didn't help either that I died before. That was
Yeah.
fucking straight garbage. I think... You know what? Let me look up the cave. Or maybe we'll run through Earth Cave and get the treasures in there. Before, that way when I play with Paul, we can just fly straight off the seat of our pants at...
Told you, fuck Paul. He's kicked off Power Trip. I'm taking over. It's no longer Paul's trip.
That's true.
We're never beating any games ever again, except for Swords and Serpents.
Yeah, I need Paul.
Because I would just quit. Fuck this game. I'm done. I'm not touching it.
This game sucks!
We're going back
Done.
to Little Mermaid.
That would be funny. The one game we can beat. Oh, that's
man.
right.
Or I could beat Mario 3.
Yeah, but Paul knows all the secrets in 3.
I do too.
Do you really?
I know where to get all the whistles and just jump to the end of the game.
Yeah, but we can't do that.
Alright, wow.
Well, let's see. What was I? You know what? I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna buy Warp.
That's the one that just gets you out of a dungeon instantly, right?
No, that's Exit.
Oh.
I don't get that till I
Which
think
one's
level
Warp, then?
7. Warp just puts me up one level. I don't think there's that many useful.
Why?
Yeah, Bane really isn't that great.
Warp seems kind of useless.
It's well, because Exit I think is a level 7 spell.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is
Where's Exit?
Exit even in this version?
Yeah, it is. Pretty sure it is. Let's see. Oh, maybe it is.
Is it that?
Or maybe it was a... Oh, Exit's a white spell. I didn't know that.
It's only level 6.
Oh, shit. Well, fuck. Well, to
We
be
can't
honest...
do level 6 stuff yet.
No, and I can't get the... I could game break a little bit,
No.
or sequence break.
Well, you did that at the beginning once already.
Did I?
I thought you said you were going to go do other stuff instead of going...
No, I
Or
didn't.
did you ended up not doing that?
I don't have to. Because there's a way I can sequence break this game.
Don't you
But
go and
it
do a whole
is-
bunch of weird shit instead of even fighting like one of the early bosses?
Instead of fighting Lich, because I can't get to Gurgu Volcano to fight Carrie until I kill Lich, which gets me the canoe. But I can go to Crescent Lake
And get the bow?
to get the equipment and the spells before going to Earth Cave. Because there's nothing that stops you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the boat, it's just traveling to the other side of the world. So I could do that, but maybe not.
Yeah, I would. Try not to break the game as much as
Alright,
possible.
I'll do Fire 3 for now. That's a safe bet. Yeah, I won't. As much as, because every playthrough I've ever done, that's all I've ever done.
But then you're gonna want to do stuff like that in other games, like Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, that's true. Because actually, even before I fight Carrie, I get promoted every time I play through this game.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to do that after.
I can go to, when you have a canoe, you can go to Ice Cave to get the floater stone. So you can raise the airship to fly to the island. And, damn, that's right, this fucking town doesn't have an item shop. I gotta buy another house. Damn it. But, yeah, so I'll go to Castle Ordeals, get the rat tail, and then the dragons will promote me to my next class before I even fight. I even touch Garden Volcano. And it makes Carrie a joke. So it's like, yeah, I won't do that. I won't do that.
You're not gonna do that in this playthrough?
I won't do that in this playthrough. As much as I want to, I'll play it straight. Even though it is technically straight. You could do it if you wander off the beaten path. But I'll stick to the up and up.
Gotta remember, you're supposed to be playing this like it's 1990, what is it?
1990. Straight 1990. 89 in Japan.
Before you knew how to do all this shit.
Well, but I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy was in a Nintendo Power.
Was it?
I think so. And even then, I still have the maps and everything.
True.
So, I mean...
But you wouldn't know how to get there.
Yeah, you don't get the map. And to be quite honest... I'm not... Oops. That's not what I wanted. If I wanted to, I could just do this and see the rest of the map and be like, oh, I can get to the other side. Like, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
So, but...
I completely forgot there was an
actual map function.
World map.
Yeah.
God, it looked like shit back then.
And it really didn't do anything for you, other than put where you are. So... But yeah, it's,
That shark wants you to spank him.
Yeah. Well, alright, so we talked about those. Are you actually looking forward to 15? It looks really, really good.
Yes and no. I'm afraid that...
I have my thing, and I'll wait till you do yours.
I have a feeling it's gonna end up being like the last few Final Fantasies where the story is good.
Yes.
But like the rest of the game is just boring in comparison.
Subpar.
And there's just like, yeah, like and I have a feeling like, yeah, cool, he gets to pull the different weapons out of the energy, like the magic and teleport. But the fact that you can teleport out of combat, sit there and heal while enemies are still fighting your allies, and then teleport back in.
Yeah, that's kind of cheap.
It's dumb. It's just gonna end up like, that's all, okay, I'm losing. Teleport out, stand here for 30 seconds while my HP jumps back to maximum. Jump back into combat, and that just should not be allowed.
No, if you're in combat, that should be it. You should not be allowed to teleport anywhere outside of the combat zone.
And just, I don't like that. And like, yeah, the scale of like the summons is really, really cool. And it'll be really awesome to see them the first few times, and then it's gonna end up being like Final Fantasy VIII with some of its summons. Alright, just fucking end, do my stuff, do the damage, let me continue.
Well, which one was it where the first time you used it, actually that might have been 13. The first time you used the summon, it plays the whole thing.
Cinematic and then you skip it.
And then afterwards it'll do like a brief, no, it was 10 I believe. It was 10 where it did a more brief version of it. Which was clever, I liked that.
Or at least give me the option to fucking skip it.
Yeah, I agree. 15, I'm excited. It got delayed. At least as of this video, the game was delayed. We're recording this in the tail end of August, and it was supposed to come out in September. It's been delayed till November.
Oh, that was the other thing I've seen with it.
I've heard it starts open world-ish,
and then goes linear.
And then funnels into straight linear.
See, I'm okay with that. After you reach a certain tipping point, I am okay with that.
I suppose.
Because it wouldn't make sense if say all of a sudden you're infiltrating the villain's castle. It would not make sense for you to fight your way through and then just be like, I need to leave and go buy some potions, and then just leave. Yeah. And they're just expected to stop and go, well, we're just wait for him. We'll be nice. No, fuck off. They should shut the door behind you, lock it, and say, finish.
Yeah, but that plays to a different conversation of RPGs these days, you know.
Well, the handhold.
Considerably.
That's why, the other thing I've heard about 15 is they actually, and I expected this, they downgraded the graphics slightly from what they've been showing.
I believe it.
Because I kind of figured it was going to happen.
The demo was outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, the game looked
I haven't played the platinum one with Carbuncle in like, but yeah, I haven't really.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited for it. It looks really. To be honest, I'm more excited for Persona 5, but that's just me. I love the Persona series, but 15 should be good. I mean, I love 13. All 3 parts were great. I mean, 13.
The story was good.
13-2 was strange. I mean, I liked Noel. Even the time travel was actually pretty well done. I didn't mind it as much as I did some other games, but
don't forget to buy a house.
There's no item shops here. I bought some at the other.
I wasn't paying attention.
I got 2 houses, 2 cabins, and a bunch of other shit. I bought some pures and softs because we might get stoned in there. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm curious to see what it'll end up being, but I'm not sure.
There's not really. The only game I've been looking super looking forward to this year has been Deus Ex Mankind Divide, and I just haven't had the money to go buy it yet. So
let's see if I can use the great axe. Actually, I have the great axe. No. Oh no, it doesn't show. That's the only thing this guide doesn't really show you is
the abilities.
Yeah, if anything actually has an ability outside of its item or outside of its normal equipment.
Is it in the instruction booklet?
No.
Oh.
This is the only thing there is. Because it's got like the heal helmet and stuff on there, but it doesn't tell you can use it to actually use heal.
I suppose find a weak enemy, use it, and see what it does.
Nothing.
Alright.
Alright, well that solves that problem.
Throw it.
Yeah, fight a ninja. Actually, that's not a thing in this one. I wish that had been. I was talking to Adrian about this, actually. How he almost lost our recordings of episode 4 and 5 or whatever, and I was giving him shit about it. And I was like, to be honest, I actually wouldn't be that butthurt about it, because I actually would have just retooled the party. And I know I've talked about this, I think, before. I actually would have changed HP to a thief and then me a red mage.
Wouldn't you have to start all over?
Yeah. But to be honest, I could play it off camera and then just kind of like...
That'd be funny also with this group, and then all of a sudden it jumps after a certain part.
Well, I would have Adrian, I would do like oh shit, we lost everything, and then Adrian do a snap-by-snap thing of all the progress of the new party, but... Yeah. Fuck. I wasn't gonna use spells. Damn it.
Yeah, that's
alright. But yeah, so I was... Because to be honest, like... I might have kept HP as a black belt, because they are really good, but the thief is amazing because it can equip literally anything weapon-wise when it evolves.
Yeah, doesn't it get a
ninja.
Penalty for equiping certain stuff, though?
No, there wasn't that advanced in this one. But he can literally equip everything with the exception of a certain staff and the
last sword.
The adamant. No, everybody can equip the Masamune.
Oh, okay.
Or Masamune. That's what made the Masamune so fucking cool, is the fact that I could give it to the Black Mage and he's on par with the fucking fighter.
That makes sense.
At the end of the game. It really doesn't. But he can't equip some staff, I want to say, and the adamant sword that's exclusive only to the knight. I gotta pee. Alright, but we're gonna save it real quick.
No!
Oh god. Too much. Alright.
That's what you get for drinking like the shit you do. No saving. Ugh. Good God, he's slow. Wear a fucking diaper next time. Get a catheter.
Oh god, it hurts. My eyes. Got to pee.
If you got that bad of aim, you have a fucking problem.
Oh, God. Don't put it past me.
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy who shit on his own balls before.
Oh my god.
Alright, sweet. So, Earth Cave, let's see, we'll just run through, get the treasures. Should I break through the rod? Or should I break the rod through the thing?
Nah, wait for Paul on that.
I'll wait for Paul on that one. Yeah, you're right. Where am I here?
Look at that swastika.
Oh yeah, it kind of is. Alright, so we'll go down this way. But, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, 15. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Where am I going here?
I don't know.
Oh, there I am. Oh, fuck. Cobras. Cobra! I don't remember what works.
Don't waste too many spells. You're gonna need them.
Well, I know I actually got a lot of treasures out of this cave already.
Did you?
I did. I did my first time through, and then when I got the ruby, on my way out, I caught a few as well.
Oh.
Well, that's okay. We'll see what happens. Yeah, because these enemies are a little bit more formidable than the marsh cave ones.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're weak to... Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the first one was a crit.
I can crit with spells?
Yeah, I think so.
But, yeah. We'll see with 15. I'm... Like I said, there are other games I'm looking more forward to, like Persona 5. That game is just... That's gonna blow me away.
Well, you think it is.
I'm sure.
It's entirely possible it could blow.
I don't know, though. I mean, as long as they stick with the formula they've had so far with 3 and 4, I don't see how they could fuck it up.
True.
I mean, 3 and 4 were, to me, masterpieces. I loved them both. A lot. Especially Golden for the Vita, for 4. That game was probably, that ranks up there, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I'd say that's definitely one of my top 3. It was definitely the richest game experience I've ever had. What would you say is your top 3 RPGs of all time?
I don't know. How loosely are we defining the term RPG?
Whatever. Who cares?
Because, like, if we're talking strictly, like JRPG style, or the, like, Western RPG of, like, Fallouts and stuff.
It could go either way. I think.
Well, I mean, or are we talking even looser than that and going... Because technically any game is an RPG.
Really.
Because you're playing the role of a single character, you're playing the role of a character and doing stuff, so... By definition, everything is an RPG, but...
Yeah, that's true.
But if we're talking, like, actual RPGs, I think Xenogears is my favorite.
Xenogears was good.
It like, the story, especially at the time the game came out, was really dark and full of not like philosophy and like religious like tones and stuff like that, and they handled it just so well. Yeah, the second half of the game's not very good because it essentially becomes a visual novel for part of it.
But that's okay. I'm alright with that.
But that only happened because they, like, after a certain point, it was Square, like, cut the budget or something. So they didn't have the full budget to finish the game they were planning on it, which I think would have ended up making the game 3 discs long or something like that.
It was only 2?
Yeah.
I thought it was a bigger case.
It's a big case because the manual that comes with it is thick as hell.
Oh, I always thought that was a 3-disc game anyway.
No, it's a 2.
Oh, I didn't know that. I played a demo of Xenogears.
I'm remembering it as a 2. I'm pretty sure it's a 2.
I know I have it. I bought Xenogears a while back. I never unfortunately played the whole thing. I know it wasn't. Weren't you telling me it was supposed to be Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, it was the game that was originally starting to be developed as a Final Fantasy, but the
that would explain why the similarities between.
But the story was deemed too dark, and with all the religious imagery and stuff, they said it wouldn't sell as a Final Fantasy or something like that. So they rebranded it as the Xenogears line, which I think was a title he had originally penned as like the in production name and stuff for it, anyways. So.
Yeah. Huh. Can you imagine how different it would be?
And it's like it's got like sci-fi tones with like.
Yeah, the gears.
Like, well, you got and then it's got like sci-fi tones with the technology and like genetic manipulation, nano machines. Then you add in stuff like mecha, where you can fight inside the gears and stuff like that, and it's got the fantasy elements of being able to use like magic and shit like that. So and then the story is just fucking amazing.
Yeah, from what I remember, the story was super rich for its time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny, like, you think about, how different the Final Fantasy series might have been if that had been 7.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, if you really look at it, you can see the clear line between the generations of the Final Fantasies. You have 1 through 6, which were the sprites and in the like the side battle like this, and then you go to 7 where it's like the full 3D, and it kind of strayed farther and farther from this form.
Yeah, it's 2 discs.
Was it okay? It was only
Yeah.
2. So it's like there's definitely a clear gap.
Well,
Between
if
the
you
two.
really look at it, the first like 3, well, maybe just the first 2, they were actual fantasy games.
Mm.
They followed the layout that D&D and stuff had set up of the basic fantasy, or well, even go back further, Lord of the Rings, like the classic. You know, we got a mage, we got a fighter, we got like a thief.
Yeah,
type thing.
archetypes. Yeah.
And they followed that, and then they slowly went away from that, where they started kind of dabbling with a little bit of the sci-fi stuff. I mean, especially look at 6, Magitech. We're combining magic and technology to do stuff, so it's starting to pull the sci-fi elements in.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of did. Well, no, they didn't do that. 4, 5 sort of did with Bart's and them, didn't they?
But the technology, like, there is a little bit of the technology with the crystals, but it's a technology of like a lost civilization type thing.
Yeah.
Granted, you go to the fucking moon.
I hated that part of the game. That's when you got that the spirit, right? That Fusoya or whatever.
I don't remember who you get there, but you go like inside the moon or whatever the hell it is.
That game was so weird. I know a lot of people revere Final Fantasy IV as like one of the best of all time, like the Dark Knight Paladin thing.
That's Cecil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated it after he became the Paladin. I loved the
I
Dark
wish you
Knight.
could have like. See, that's one of the things I wish they would have done in some of like the subsequent remakes of that, especially the one that added the after years stuff with it.
Oh yeah.
I would have loved to have just been like, fuck no, I'm staying as a Dark Knight for the entire game.
Yeah. It was such a cool part. And I didn't care for the Kane. Oh, and I'm your friend, I'm your enemy, I'm your friend, I'm your enemy, I'm your friend, I'm your enemy. Like, alright, we get it. Like, how many times am I gonna fight Kane? And how many times am I gonna get him and then he leaves me? It's like, had enough. But I know actually a lot of the characters. For some reason, I have a hard time with RPGs and rotating characters. Where it's like, you'll have a character for this amount of time, and then he leaves you, never to be seen again. Or he'll join you, but...
You must absolutely despise Mystic Quest. Because it's literally, you get them for like one main dungeon and then they go away.
You never get them again. And to be honest, but at least that one, like, you had your main character, and that was pretty much all you needed.
Yeah.
You know, and...
The new character was there just to introduce a small part of the story and then give you a new weapon.
And to give you a different target.
A new subtype, like item.
Where am I going in?
I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Well, this...
You're walking on like a beehive.
I think I got that treasure chest yet. Alright, well, we're gonna see. But, like, that's... Oh, what game was good for that? That was one thing I absolutely hated in Dragon Quest VIII. That was a big problem for me when after you beat Dual Magus, when Jessica becomes... gets possessed, and you lose her for a good chunk of the game, I might add.
Yeah.
And then she comes back, and she's the same level as when you lost her. Everybody is like 15 levels higher than where she is, and you're like, cool, I guess I know where my Achilles heel
Although,
is.
I suppose I'd rather have rotating characters than be a game like Suikoden or
Oh, too many Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I need 30 characters? I'm using 4.
Where 6 are the only ones that will actually be worth any snuff. Yeah,
I mean, like, what is it?
That's
Suikoden 2 is what, 102 Stars of Destiny or whatever you recruit?
Yeah, and that's in every single Suikoden. Is like 102 or 105 or something like that.
I see. Even some of the Shining Force games were bad for overabundance of characters.
Yeah, that's true. But at least
you stuck to your usually you stuck to these core characters because these core characters, like Shining Force 2, pretty much every time you go through the game, you're guaranteed to have your main character, Peter.
Yeah. Peter, definitely.
Because if you don't have Peter, some of those fights are so long. And then
He's so powerful.
yeah,
I mean, there's no denying he's the most
and
powerful
then you have
character.
like Sarah and was it Kazan?
Yeah, the mage.
And
But I mean, the thing that made those nice though is the fact that the games were still plausible without them.
yeah, but then you had like some of the characters like what is the guy that becomes like that tank?
Oh,
They were useless.
yeah, that's true. I'd
I'd rather have
Road,
Luke,
the brass gunner.
Yeah, I'd rather have Luke or any of like
Any
the
of the Bird
Pegasus,
Knights,
like
yeah.
the Bird Knights or the Pegasus Knights and stuff.
took 71 damage. Yeah, that's true. But it was still nice that they were all viable options to use.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas some games, it's like if you use a character that's... Actually, Suikoden was pretty bad. You could use like a joke character, and he was literally just that, a joke. Like, he contributed nothing to the fight. And it's like, alright.
That was always Kiwi to me in Shining Force.
Kiwi was pretty badass, though. He was really good. I mean, he had the highest defense out of... Oh, crap. He had the highest defense out of any of the characters, and he had that chance to breathe fire in the middle of the fight, which negated defense. So it always did like an insane amount of damage.
True.
So it's like he was really good. The only thing that sucked is he was super vulnerable to magic.
And he was slow.
Yeah, he was. I was gave him the quick ring anyway, but
that's fine.
yeah. But that game was a lot of fun. I love Shining Force 2. I played that game probably about as many times as I've played this. But then again, I love all the Shining games.
Yeah.
Shining Force 1 was a lot of fun. Shining Force 2. Shining Force 3, I would love to actually sit down.
I enjoyed the handheld ones.
Yeah, those were fun.
2 and then the handheld ones. Like, I liked the Diablo-esque hack and slash ones, but they got a little ridiculous.
They did. Shining Force Neo and
EXA, was it?
EXA, I believe. Yeah, that one went that way too, didn't it? Hack and slash. Shining Wisdom did for the Sega Saturn.
Like, they're fun, but if I want to play a hack and slash, I'll just go play Diablo or something anyways.
I did like the dungeon crawler ones, the first person, like Shining the Darkness or Shining the Holy Ark. Those were actually really good. But, yeah, I know what you mean. I don't remember what... Does this thing actually tell me? Wait, oh, that's the other... fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking lightning his ass. See if that works. Nope. God damn, Adrian! You're strong as shit. Yeah. There are definitely a very good amount of RPGs out. So, I mean... I don't know. Phantasy Star 4 is still probably one of my favorite RPGs of all time as well. That's one of my top 3. Persona 4, Shining Force... Or not Shining Force, Phantasy Star 4... I have a penchant for 4s in series, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Alright, let's see. I'm pretty sure, actually, that gets rid of all the treasure chests. Other than the ones beyond the rod. I'll have to see how far I am on my level up, because then I'll level up one more time, and then we'll call it an episode. We should be pretty good, because I seem to be keeping up pretty well with this dungeon at this point.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I was expecting worse. The only thing that sucks is if I get that group of gargoyles, because they can get a lot of hits. That seems to be like the biggest problem in this game, is if you meet any of the very, very fast enemies. Like the wizards, and actually Ice Cave is really gonna suck, because there's a lot of enemies that'll turn you to stone.
Ugh.
And that is a shitty status ailment.
Oh yeah, because if everyone's petrified, you lose.
Yeah. Oh! Sweet!
211.
So hopefully the next fight.
Yeah, not for me.
That might be if it's ogres. Fat ass ogres.
I don't want to kill Shrek.
Whew. Well, thank God you're here for this one, because fucking Paul contributes nothing. He falls asleep. He whines the whole time. He's a terrible companion for RPGs.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking die during Swords and Serpents, though.
Wait till he plays any of the more... actually, just Dragon Warrior.
What was that one?
Dragon Warrior itself, he's gonna hate.
Trying to think. What was that one with the Ghost Lion or whatever?
Oh, Ghost Lion. That was a fun one. That was like a Dragon Warrior one.
I don't think Paul's gonna make it through that. Because that's an official licensed one, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, he's not gonna
actually,
make it.
Ghost Lion's pretty fun.
He's not gonna make it.
I don't think so.
Especially if it gets to the point where we run out of everything else, and all we have left is RPGs.
There's a lot of them. The Ultimas.
Oh. Nah.
Ban-a-na, ban-a-na, ban-a-na.
Oh, God, that music.
That one's bad.
Oh, man. Oh, I did those.
Yeah, I figured you would. Alright, sweet. Oh, that's right. Oh, no, you didn't. For some reason...
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You will at once. Oh, that's right. He's poisoned.
Yeah, you want to heal him.
Let's just throw a pure spell in. And yeah, he's gonna hate some of those later ones. I tried playing Ultima, It makes no sense to me. I know nothing about it. That's one I'm actually going to have to do research on.
Yeah, because it uses like the very classic style D&D, like old school D20 rules with like actual stats instead of just being like strength, defense.
Yeah, that one's definitely more. That's definitely traditional as it comes.
Oh yeah. So. They're fun. Hard, but fun.
I know battles take a while. Alright, let's see if this makes a difference. Quick shot for HP. If he lands a hit, let's see how many he actually have. 6 hits. That's pretty good.
He's landed up to 8 already, though.
On a critical hit, I think. I don't know, we're gonna find out. But that's a good spell to use, especially when we fight the bosses, to where like my spells really aren't gonna do a whole hell of a lot. Which is like, that's the one thing that sucks about the Black Mage. It's like, at least with the Red Mage, I have swords. And like, the only thing is he can't equip like all of the greater swords.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna deal an insane amount of damage. He can't equip like a lot of the higher end swords, but he can equip a lot of like the enemy specific swords, like the Wear Sword or the Sun Sword. Whereas Paul is gonna be equipping a lot of the heavier duty swords. And it's like, so at least he's still worth snuff in battle, and he can whip out spells that he uses. I usually use the Red Mage as more of a support for like the fast spell and stuff. There you go. Hey, you broke the 200 mark. I'm not even close.
That's actually one of the reasons that, like, in games that allow, and especially like the Elder Scrolls series, I always like more of like the Battle Mage style spellcasters, where it's I'm using these big spells, but I'm using at least something other than cloth armor, and I can use a sword or a mace or a club of some kind instead of just a staff or a wand.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because that's definitely what these are.
Nothing is scarier than having a mage running at you with a sword and then casting fireball on the other hand.
Let's fire 3 the fuck out of these motherfuckers.
I'm gonna go heal anyways, yeah.
Might as well. Forgot I had that. Oh, it's pink this time. Woo! Damn. Insane. Insane into membrane. And I can't wait till I get the nuke spell. That'll be awesome.
Well, that's right, it wasn't Ultima in this yet.
And to be honest, the only person who got Ultima was I don't even think he got Ultima in those. It was Flare. Yeah. Ultima wasn't in here, but in later iterations of this game, the White Mage got the Holy Spell, which affected everything for an insane. It was pretty much on par with the Black Mage's Flare spell.
Nice.
It was insane. So it's like that was another reason why like the later versions of this game were kind of exponentially easier.
Yeah.
Is because you had essentially a White Mage who doubled as a Black Mage. So it was kind of cheap.
And then when the MP systems they added in.
Yeah, when they got rid of this level system. But
MP always makes everything easier.
It really does. Like that's the one thing that I love that adds that element of difficulty to this series is the single use, or not single use, but like the numbered use of the spell. Like I thought that was really cool.
I think one of my favorite spell systems is First Wild Arms, where you put the runes on the grid.
Oh, yeah.
When you made the
crest graphs,
and then it made the different spells that way.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best magic systems I've ever seen.
I liked that one. Wild Arms was a lot of fun. I wish that series would get a reboot. Or not a reboot, but like I wish they would have gone
another
farther.
game.
Yeah, because they only went up to 3, and then they did like
XF.
Grandia, or no, that was Grandia actually. Yeah, Wild Arms XF, which was a strategy game.
That's the one that used the not the grid, but the hex system around the enemies.
That was Wild Arms. Wild Arms past 3, 4, and 5 used the hex.
Well, honestly, I know like 1 and 2 were just the standard side enemies you're fighting.
Well, 3 was as well. It was, but they wandered around, but it was essentially that.
Yeah,
All right, so I'm gonna buy you a level. Can I use it more than once now? Whoops. Yes, I can use it twice, so I got life. Let's see. So, heal 2, cure 3, or harm 3.
Heal is the one that gets rid of status effects, right?
No, heal cures the entire party.
Oh.
I'm going to get heal helmet and a heal staff that heal my entire party as a use item, but it's only heal level 1. Cure 3 does an insane amount of healing, but I don't think anything really does that. Yeah. So it gets... This is where, like, once I get past this... Because these are going to be the most useful spells of the game. Is level 4 and 5. Because, yeah, level 6 I get Soft Exit, Fog 2, and Invis 2, which...
Exit.
Great. Yeah. Level 7 I get Cure 4, Heal 3, Harm 4, and a Rub. Which... A Rub is useful and it's not.
Is it the one that gets rid of enemies?
A Rub is instant death. It'll negate all instant death spells. Which there's a few. I mean, there's Zap, there's Quadruple X, there's Break, there's Quake, there's Rub, there's Bane. There's like 20 different instant death spells.
I hate that shit.
Oh, it's terrible. And then yeah, level 8 spells, it's you get Life 2, you get Fade, you get Wall, and you get Exfer. Exfer, they lose all defenses.
Yeah.
Wall creates a defense against everything. Fade says it attacks against evil. I don't really know what that means, actually. I don't think I've ever used Fade. Life 2 I've never really used as much either, because I'll be honest, when I've beaten these games, I've never really gotten a whole lot of uses out of the level 8 spells.
Well, you only get 1 or 2 by the end of the game. Unless you
I'm a low level.
If you don't over level, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you have life already, so I got 2 more slots. Harm 3 is really, really useful. But the amount of undead things I'm gonna fight... And I actually get an item that uses harm.
Honestly, going with something that heals is a better bet.
Should I just go Cure 3, Heal 2? Because... Actually, I could... Where's Harm 4? Harm 4 is a level 7 spell, and but it's in the same class as Cure 4, Heal 3, and a Rub.
Well, you don't need Rub, I don't think. Probably.
A Rub. This is where a Red Mage would have come more in handy. Because a Red Mage can use Heal 3. A Red Mage can use a Rub. Or wait. No, he can't. He can actually only use a Rub and Ice 3 of the level 7 spells. That's what sucked about the Red Mage, or the Red Wizard, though, is the fact that, like, the farther you got, the less and less spells he could actually
Well, it made sense.
Because, yeah, he can't
He's more of a jack of all trades, master of none, and...
Yeah, he can't use any level 8 spells. It's a tough choice. I actually don't know. I feel like I should get a Heal 2.
Yeah, probably.
But to be honest, I'm going to be mitigating that anyway. I don't know. For sure, I should probably get Cure 3. Because that's massive amount of HP. So... Cure 3. Yeah, let's do Cure 3. So then it's just going to come down to Harm 3 or Heal 2.
Honestly, I'd go with Heal 2.
Yeah. It's
Because
probably
like you said, how often do you run into undead stuff?
That's true. And near the end of the game, I'm going to be running into dragons more than anything.
So after a while, it's just going to not have a use.
Yeah. And plus, I'll get an item. I think it's the Zeus, or not the Zeus X. What is it? There's the Mage Staff, Wizard Staff, I think. Something is gonna let me use Harm anyway.
Okay, so
as an item. But I don't remember if it's Harm 1 or Harm 2. But it really doesn't matter. Alright, so you got Life 2 and Cure 3. Whoops. I got Fire 3. Do one more. Let's see. Bane really doesn't... Bane's pretty useless.
What does Bane do?
It's an instant death to all enemies. If it works.
Yeah, the chances of it working are probably low enough where I wouldn't bother.
Slow 2 lowers offense on one enemy.
See,
and to be honest, I could, even if I wanted a spell like that, I could just get Earthquake. But the only difference is it just won't hit anything that's flying. Actually, if I really wanted something like that, I could get Zap. Zap is pretty much Bane. It sends the enemy to the 4th dimension. That's the thing that sucks, is like the level 8 spells for the Black Mage are like Nuke, Stop, Zap, and Quadruple Axe. Which just erases.
They're all like instant death spells, aren't they?
Stop is a stone spell that hits the entire enemy party. And actually, from what I remember, it's pretty frequent too. You know what? I'm just gonna get slow 3.
2.
Or 2. But to be honest, that's really not even that useful either. You know what? I'm not gonna get anything. So, I think I'm pretty much up on all my armor other than that fucking, like, this... I can't go that way.
There's no bridge there.
No bridge there. Other than, like, the steel armor that's 45,000.
Is it really?
Yeah. Steel armor. Let me look at that for a second.
Well, obviously it's for Paul, and fuck Paul.
It is. Yep, steel armor is 3433.
What's
and
he
it's
got on
really
now?
good. He's got silver armor, which is 18.8. And to be honest,
That's quite the difference.
yeah, I mean, it's one of the best armors in the game. I'll get flame armor, which is 34, ice armor, which is 34, opal armor, which is 42, and then the dragon armor is the strongest at 4210. Oh, that's right, I can get the ribbon. This is actually the game where the ribbon started to negate all status effects.
Well, yeah. And that's been a...
I can't afford any of this shit.
No.
It's been a staple in every single Final Fantasy, I think.
Yep.
Alright, well, I think that's gonna round out this episode. I've gotten pretty much everything I can. We leveled up 2 levels in this. So, hopefully, when we come back to actually record episode 6, we can go right to Lich, kick his ass, and be done. So, if anybody watched this one, hopefully you guys enjoyed us dying earlier. And,
I didn't.
yeah, at least with you here, we have more of a conversation of sorts. Maybe Paul will step up his game a little bit knowing that you were here.
No, I won't.
But, yeah, that'll take care of episode 5.5. So hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, go to powertripgaming.tv, takes you right to this channel. Watch the rest of Final Fantasy to catch up if you watched this one and didn't watch any of the other ones for some weird reason. I feel like these episodes are more of podcasty than actually watching the game itself. But, yeah, next episode we'll tackle Lich, restore the Earth Crystal, and, go to Crescent Lake to get the canoe.
And hopefully this game will end soon.
Not for a while.
I know,
It's 17 parts if I plotted it out correctly from progress to progress point.
Minus this one.
Well, yeah,
So,
that's true. So yeah, that'll do it. Next time on Power Trip, the quest will continue. And maybe Kevin will be here, maybe he won't.
I'm kicking Paul out.
Alright guys, later.